Godzilla vs. Kong is a 2021 American monster film directed by Adam Wingard. A sequel to Kong, Skull Island, 2017, and Godzilla, King of the Monsters, 2019. It is the fourth film in Legendary's MonsterVerse. It is also the 36th film in the Godzilla franchise, the 12th film in the King Kong franchise, and the fourth Godzilla film to be completely produced by a Hollywood studio. In the film, Kong clashes with Godzilla as humans lure the ape into the Hollow Earth to retrieve a power source for a secret weapon to stop Godzilla's mysterious rampages. The project was announced in October 2015 when Legendary Pictures declared plans for a shared cinematic universe between Godzilla and King Kong. The film's writers' room was assembled in March 2017, and Wingard was announced as the director in May 2017. Principal photography began in November 2018 in Hawaii, Australia, and Hong Kong, and wrapped in April 2019 after being delayed from a November 2020 release date due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Godzilla vs. Kong was theatrically released internationally on March 24, 2021, and in the United States on March 31, where it was also released on HBO Max simultaneously. The film received generally positive reviews from critics, with praise for the visual effects and action sequences, but criticism towards the human characters. It broke several pandemic box office records and grossed over $467.8 million worldwide, against a production budget between $155 to $200 million and a break-even point of $330 million, making it the fifth highest-grossing film of 2021. The film was also a streaming hit, becoming the most successful launch item in HBO Max's history until it was overtaken by Mortal Kombat. 5 years after Godzilla defeated King Ghidorah, Kong is monitored by Monarch within a giant dome on Skull Island. Kong is visited by Jaya, the last Iwi native and adopted daughter of Kong expert Eileen Andrews, who is deaf and communicates with Kong via sign language. Bernie Hayes, an employee of Apex Cybernetics and host of a Titan conspiracy theory podcast, extracts data suggesting sinister activities at an Apex's Pensacola facility. However, Godzilla suddenly attacks the facility. During the rampage, Bernie stumbles on a massive device. Madison Russell, a fan of Bernie's podcast, enlists her friend Josh to investigate Godzilla's attacks. Apex CEO's Walter Simmons recruits Nathan Lind, former Monarch scientist and Hollow Earth theorist, to guide a search for a power source into the Hollow Earth, the homeworld of the Titans. Nathan is initially hesitant as his brother died in an expedition to the Hollow Earth due to a strong reverse gravitational effect. He agrees after Walter reveals that Apex has developed heaves, specialized crafts able to withstand the pressure exerted by the gravity field. Nathan meets with Eileen and convinces her to let Kong guide them through the Hollow Earth via an outpost in Antarctica. Nathan, Eileen, and an Apex team, led by Walter's daughter Maya, board a modified barge escorted by the U.S. Navy that carries a sedated and restrained Kong. Godzilla attacks the convoy and defeats Kong, but retreats after the ships disable their power and trick him into thinking they are destroyed. To avoid alerting Godzilla, Kong is airlifted to the Hollow Earth entrance, and Jaya convinces him to enter the tunnel while the team follows him in the heaves. Madison and Josh find Bernie, who joins their investigation. They sneak into the wrecked Apex base, discover a secret facility underground. Inadvertently locked into an underground Hyperloop-type transport to Apex headquarters in Hong Kong, where they unwittingly stumble on a test of Mechagodzilla. Through the neural networks from the skull of a severed Ghidorah head, but is hobbled by its power supply's limitations. Walter intends to harness the Hollow Earth's energy to overcome Mechagodzilla's limitations. Inside the Hollow Earth, Kong and the team find an ecosystem similar to Skull Island. They discover his species' ancestral throne room, where they find remains of an ancient war with Godzilla's kind and a glowing axe made from another Godzilla's dorsal plates. As they identify the power source, the Apex team sends its signature back to their Hong Kong base despite Eileen's protests. Attracted by Mechagodzilla's activation, Godzilla arrives in Hong Kong and, sensing Kong, he directly drills a shaft to the throne room with his atomic breath. Maya and the Apex team attempt to escape in the ensuing mayhem. However, Godzilla emerges victorious after incapacitating Kong. Madison, Josh, and Bernie are caught by security and taken to Walter. Despite Ren's concerns over the power source's volatility, Walter orders him to activate Mechagodzilla. Now possessed by Ghidorah's consciousness, Mechagodzilla kills Walter and then attacks Hong Kong. Godzilla and Mechagodzilla battle. Nathan revives Kong by destroying the heave on his chest, and Jaya convinces him to help Godzilla. As Mechagodzilla overpowers both titans, Josh short-circuits Mechagodzilla's controls with Bernie's flask of liquor on its control panel, momentarily interrupting the match. Godzilla charges Kong's axe with his atomic breath, allowing Kong to destroy Mechagodzilla. Madison, Bernie, and Josh reunite with Mark Russell, while Godzilla and Kong acknowledge each other before the two go their separate ways. Sometime later, Monarch has established an observation post in the Hollow Earth, where Kong now rules,